Hi everyone, it's Maria. So now in San Francisco, I'm going to visit a plant shop. It's going to be a quick one because it's a small store and it's called Petite Monstera. So let's go check it out. The store name is actually Petite Monstera, not Le Petite Monstera, and it's located in Washington Square in San Francisco. Very easy to get to. I just took the bus to get here. It's a decent sized plant shop that reminds me of Little Leaf in DC as well as the Sill. And as you can see, their selection here, they have pretty much the popular plants like the Monstera adansonii, Monstera deliciosa, the air plants, and the ponytail palms. You can see a ruby ficus elastic at the back, a ZZ plant, some aglaonemas, a watermelon pep below, some ficus plants, cactus. In a couple of seconds, we'll see the really huge fiddle fig tree or ficus lorata. It goes all the way up to their ceiling. I really love the wallpaper they also have here. This bookshelf with the plants is big aesthetic. I always wanted to have something like this. And more ficus lorata that are really tall. And some alocasia poli, aglaonemas, Hoyas. I like that pot a lot. Some string of dolphins, I believe. Monstera adansonii narrow form, money tree, ficus audrey. I think those are prayer plants of some sort. And I don't know what this plant is. Oh, peace lily variegated, a ZZ plant, watermelon pep. That look really good in that hanging planter. Some ferns, Hoyas, calatheas, philodendron Brazil. Some more calatheas. Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, Monstera deliciosa, some ferns down here, staghorn fern, I believe, and calatheas, of course. I think this is the gray star calathea that I mentioned in my original plants video that I kind of want to get this year. And I don't know what this is. I think this is some sort of pilea. Forgot what that plant is. Probably some form of Rhaphidophora philodendron. A mature Monstera deliciosa. And the humidifier they're using here, I think, is the Levoit one, which used to be the popular one before Alec Holmes became like the it modifier in the plant community. A huge fern, they're great if you can keep them alive. And down here, I get the watermelon pep again, Pelea peperomiodes, I no longer have mine. A huge snake plant, cactus, and some more of the corn or Dracaena plant. And I really like those pots. I think both them and the Sill have the same supplier because their pots looks very similar. I got more snake plants, calatheas. This calathea plant, I always see it now ever since I mentioned in my wish list plant video that I want to take a chance on plants that I used to ignore. I now see them everywhere, like the calatheas, the alocasias, and whatnot. But I guess it's the year for me to take a plunge from these plants. Not a fan of Birkins, but I like them when they're very variegated, like that one. A rubber tree, Ficus altissima, peperomias. Peperomias too, I see them everywhere now that I said that I want them or I want to take a plunge of them in 2022. And fun fact, peperomias are the plant of the year according to the National Garden Bureau. So maybe this is also your sign to take a chance on peperomias this year. And I think that's the burros or donkey's tail, also a great plant to have. Monstera adansonii narrow form, they have lots of those. And yeah, that is the tour of Petite Monstera. Do check it out if you're ever in San Francisco. So that was the Le Petite Monstera. I'm going to do a voiceover or just play music over it because I didn't want to talk while I was filming over there. And I didn't want to like spend too much time there knowing I'm not going to buy any plants since I can't buy any plants in this trip because I'm going to Hawaii next. Plus, I do have a lot of luggage and I can't really add plants to it, even if I could bring plants with me to Hawaii and then back to Maryland. But anyways, I'm currently waiting for the bus to go to the Sill and see what they have over there. So it's kind of like my mission to go to every the Sill shop in the country. I've been to the one in New York City and I've just been to the one in Chicago. If you haven't seen those tours, I would link them down in the description. And now I'm checking out the one that they have in San Francisco. So we'll see what they have. And I'm just waiting for the bus to take me there. But yeah, I'll see you when I get there. So it's a lot smaller than the one they have in Chicago. But I think right about the same size as the one they have in the New York Chinatown location. So let's try to go inside and see what they have. Same deal as Petite Monstera. I'm just going to do a voiceover, but as you can see, the Sill has pretty much the same aesthetic for every store, and the layout is pretty much the same depending on the size of the store. And they have great selection of plants as well over here. And as you can see, they have this large philodendron, rubber tree over there, this large pot of Hoya compacta, some more rubber trees down here, a money tree, aloe vera. And I like the grow lights that they use on their shelves, and they actually sell those grow lights in store, which I'm pretty sure I'll show later. And they do have a 50% off sale on their holiday plants. So when I visited and filmed this, it was right after Christmas. Not sure if their sale is still going on, but you can go check it out if you're in San Francisco. And here they have the Soltech Solutions Aspect Grow Light. This is the first time I'm seeing it in person. It's a pretty good light. It's aesthetic, but I don't think it really covers a lot of square footage. I also like the prop station that they have there. And you have some more watermelon paps. It's everywhere here in San Francisco. The Sill also have their own brand of plant fertilizer and a serographica. I got mine from the Sill, and they have string of hearts for $25, which I think is a pretty good price for the size and amount of plants that you get, since it's still quite an uncommon plant in a lot of places. This Calathea pink stripe I'm also seeing everywhere now. I actually saw it at Home Depot or Lowe's in my last plant shop tour in 2021. I like the spray bottle. I'm also thinking of coming out with a similar product in my own Etsy store this year, so watch out for that. And they also have moisture meters over here. So this still have a lot more plant care stuff than previous the Sills that I've been to. They usually just have the plants and the pots. Oops, I dropped that plant. I'm sorry. But they have like miniature plants, which I thought was really cute. They have like this really small rubber tree. I think that's what I'm about to show you. That is so cute. And I don't know if this would grow big, but I think it would, because my Taniki is quite large now and started about maybe just twice the size of that plant. And you got all this polka dot plants. I killed mine last year. I think that one is a variegated peace lily, something that I'm also thinking about getting this year. We will see. And of course, pothos, can't go wrong with them. The golden pothos, the neon pothos, always a good choice. Arabidoptera tetrasperma, that is also everywhere now. And begonias. So begonias, I am still on the fence of whether I really want to try it out for 2022, but we will see. And of course, the Monstera deliciosa. And this is kind of like a signature gift item at the Sill, the I Dig You with the hearts. And they have moss bowls here. I was surprised. They have this really small ones and really large ones. So it's really convenient. I like the Sill because it has pretty much a lot of stuff that you would need for plants and not just plants itself. And they also have gift sets. And I believe these are just like leftovers from the holiday season. But I do think they make good gifts for plant parents or any plant lover. But yeah, that's a tour of the Sill in San Francisco. Alright, so that was the Sill. So I didn't get a plant because I couldn't get any, but I did get this Vinny. It's just as plant. So I'm back at the hotel real quick to use the restroom. And this is the hat that I got from the Sill. It says plants. Pretty simple. And I'm heading to Trader Joe's, not exactly a plant store, but I saw they had some great plants there. And I'm also gonna pick up breakfast for tomorrow morning before we head to the airport, because we have to be at the airport. We're leaving at 5, so it's too early. Nothing would be open, so I want to get some stuff for breakfast tomorrow morning, as well as see the plants that they have at Trader Joe's in San Francisco. So So this Trader Joe's has the best selection of plants I've ever seen in Trader Joe's in any part of the country. Not that I've been to every Trader Joe's, but they do have this great selection of Hoya that is sun-stressed, this philodendron, the ruby ficus elastica, and of course the holiday cactus plants, and some ponytail palms, more ficus elastica over here. And they have this really good, really nice size of gray star calathea, which is part of my wish list. I've mentioned several times. And the calathea was only $19.99, which is $20 for that size. That's amazing price. And they have like the two versions of it, which is awesome. And I wish my local Trader Joe's have that. And they have the Hoyas for like $14.99. And it's huge. It's like have trellis and everything. I'm not really sure what type of Hoya it is. I don't think it's just a regular Hoya carnosa. It might be, but I'm not sure. But I love that they are sun-stressed and they look amazing. They have some more of the same ones, but not sun-stressed. And here they have the Dracaena plants and the Ficus elastica. They had a lot of those in stores. And the flower section, I always love checking out the flower section in Trader Joe's. What I usually get is this eucalyptus greenery, until of course I got my own eucalyptus plant. And outside they had more plants. They have this succulent selection, some arrangements in a wine bottle, which I thought was interesting. It would make a nice DIY project, I guess, if you don't want to buy it from Trader Joe's, but I thought the price was good. And they have more of those Hoyas for $15. Amazing. Some of the ferns for $12.99. It comes with a basket, so that's really good. And this one's that you'll also see at Home Depot or Lowe's. I think this is like from Costa Farms. And the ficus plants were only $13. That's amazing. I got mine for $12, but in a much smaller size. And the philodendron plants, which I think might be the same price. Not sure, but I think we'll see the price coming up in a second. Oh no, it's cheaper. It's like $10, so that's amazing. And I think they just have the regular red Congo, but like one of them had the Birkin. So that's amazing. So if you want to get a deal, get the red Congo with the Birkin and you get 2 plants. And of course they have the amaryllis, which you always find at Trader Joe's, and the peace lilies. And they have this like wild poppy growing kit, which I believe is a flower native to California. Hi, so I forgot to do a closing for the plant shop tours. I'm currently at the airport waiting for my flight. But yeah, so this is the beanie that I got from the Sill. It just says plants. So there's a couple more plant shops that I could have gone to, but I just didn't have time. So there was like one that's right next to Petite Monstera, but they were closed. And there was a couple I wanted to go to, but again, lack of time. So there should have been like a third or fourth one if you count Trader Joe's as a plant shop. Thank you so much for checking out the plant shops with me, and I'll see you in Hawaii. Bye.